Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the South edition of Phoenix. We get together every week. It was last week or the week before that we got together personally, and that was a riot. I really like doing that. And yesterday we got together in the East Group at Biggs, and it was great to see a lot of people there. Jackie, thanks for coming there. She did her presentation, and it was just marvelous how she could do it just off the cuff, and had it prepared very well. And yeah, it was good. We we do this to try to constantly create at least a morning routine so that we can get everybody pumped up and just have a different frame of mind when we start going to work, when we start doing what we need to do. So this way we're accountable. We're basically trying to get those juices flowing that will be able to attain your goals. And that's mainly what we're all about. So just want to be able to share the screen here just to show us how we're doing here. The member of the week this week is Carl Richards, and there's a Z card. He's in the After Hours group, and he's been in a few other ones just to help you get your podcast going. And if you are thinking of extending your marketing, podcast is a great way to do it. It's a great way to be able to get some of that information out, and you can make it, and it's a great routine in the sense that if you have a lot to say, there's a lot of things that are changing in your industry. This is a great way to do it through a podcast, because as you start getting those people that are connected to you, they'll eventually they're going to say, "Well, he has a podcast." This is not a hobby, and I think that's where a lot of businesses, small businesses, go, because when they start working on their business, they don't have a logo. They barely, their website is basically a Facebook landing thing. And this way, you're urged to make it more professional, being able to notch it up a little bit. So we're not like someone who just started. This is like a hobby. So it's always difficult in the beginning. But, this group sort of makes it so that we could compare what other people and the ethics that other people are doing and be able to apply to our own business. As things start amping up with the industry, Phoenix changes, and that demonstrates that no matter what happens, you can get things done. We got a couple of chapters that we got going every week, pretty much, except for holidays. The Monday, Wednesday, and the Thursday group, they meet. If you have a visitor, just get them to come onto this site, pbex.ca. And just press one of the buttons that they want to come in on. Today is Thursday, and the Zoom link is embedded in that button. So it's an easy way to get in. If you get a brand new computer, this is, again, a great way to not have to remember numbers. Just basically just click that, and you're basically in. When in September, I think the first week of September, Bernie has his East Tradewinds starting up again. I think that's next month. So we're going to embed that button, so anybody that wants to come in on the Tuesday mornings for the 8 o'clock then can do so. All right. So a couple of events coming up. I have my meditation as per usual for tomorrow. We're going to be talking about the 4 agreements. And one of them is don't take anything personally. And boy, can we take a lot of notes from that. Penny Lee has her dance routine and her classes and everything posted in this button. And we have most of our in-person meetings also there. Our next one for the South is coming up on the 22nd in a couple of weeks. So that'll be interesting. And we'll look at there. Our Bell's Corners group are going to meet about a week after that. Okay, and yeah, so some of the stats: 122,000 so far this month, which is awesome. We've got about 318 referrals, 316 BAMs. Again, that keeps coming up. So I really want to reiterate that if you want to really get your name out there, if you haven't done a BAM with somebody in another group, just book one. You just got to do one, and you could do it over Zoom, or they could come to your place. If it's a motorcycle ride, I'm always in to try and meet up with somebody, and just to see what their business place of business is all about. That number 122 adds to the just under 4.7 million that we're coming up to. We got another 7,000 to go on that, and we're going to absolutely attain that to probably within the next week or two. E-cards are 5,500, just over 5,500 there. Those are the clicks that we get on our electronic business cards. It's a great thing to note, to be able to monitor, because it tracks all the new people that we're attracting. So highly recommended, if you're sending out emails to people, have your e-card link right in your signature box. Have it where you're posting something on Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube. I put it everywhere. Everywhere that I post anything, my e-card is there. And I'm sitting close to about 1,700 clicks this year. So that's a lot more. That's what I did all of last year. And we're in August, so there's a lot of people like connecting that way. And I'm starting to get business from that. So it takes a while, but it does come back, because people will hold that e-card link in your phone until they need you. If someone's buying a door, a window, or if they want to buy a house or want to buy insurance, it's something that, okay, down the road when I get ready, when they get all their ducks in a row, they will reach out and talk to you. I've had some people, 2.5 years, they've had my contact information before they came in. And so, and that's sort of a low ticket item, something that's worth $100 or $150 is not large. So someone that's going to buy a house, definitely they're going to want to keep that. So, okay, and yeah, so if you know of a visitor that wants to know more about Phoenix, here's a Phoenix QR code, and they can apply if they want to come into the group. But this is the way to do it as far as the network marketing goes. Okay, and let's go for some education. Do you know who's doing the education? Anybody?
Tony.
I was going to mention this before, but one of the things that, and I didn't reach out before, but one of the things that I found is that we talked about it yesterday about follow-up. It's one of the most important things to be able to get a contact. And what are you going to do with it? Do you have a system within your company? And I know we talk about CRMs and all the things that we do regarding placing it in that way. But if we don't have that programming, the CRM, there has to be some system that what are you going to do with somebody, and the system in which how you're going to monitor it as they get through and they start doing business with you. From somebody who's never met you before, what is next? What happens when you have your first session with them or you meet with them for the first time? What happens when, after that point, what do you do then? Do you set up another appointment? So just in your head, if it's very clear what to do, then have those, whether it's a list. I have on Google, there's a program called Keep. Not sure if you know that, but I find it's really helpful. You can use checkboxes to do various task that you've been able to accomplish, and when you hit it, then it goes through that taskbar. I have a list of all the clients I've ever been doing business with, and it's well over hundreds of them. And so when I go through it, it's been a while since I've contacted this person, and I'll just send them an email or send them a text that says, just checking, touching base, see how you're doing. The last time we got together was about 5-6 months ago. How are things? Were you able to, if they were looking for a cottage or something, because I would make little notes in that area, and you just contact them. And chances are, so far for me, when they've done business with me a few times, all I'd have to do is for every 10 that I do, I'll get 4 that'll respond, and they'll say, "Yeah, it's about time for that. I come out and see you again," and that's 40%. That's actually pretty good. And these are people that have done business with you. Otherwise, if you just get 50 new people, you'll be lucky to get one person that might come in, because everything's sort of new. After a while, you have clients and start working with your clients. Don't look at always new people all the time because it's the clients that'll bring in new people and that won't cost you anything. And I love that. I love free. Who loves free? you know? So it's so you through your clients, if they are your biggest fan, that's where you want to start drawing some of these new clients towards you. Because if they believe in you, your product, your service, your ethics, and how you do business, they're going to be, you're as soon as somebody says, "Oh, this is a really good person to do business with," that means more than you trumpeting, what you do and saying how wonderful you are. Even you might be, but it doesn't hold any water to somebody new. So this is where you want to introduce and constantly work on your list. When we start, we have very few clients. We have very few people. So that's why it's so tough in the beginning. A lot of advertising. You're really out there. You're busting your butt to try to get to a certain level. But once you've got like 20, 30, 50 clients and it's really starting to grow, then work it backwards and just keep going with those clients. And I know Eric does this all the time, so I always appreciate when he says that he contacts somebody and he could do it for the next 2 years and not need any new clients because they will just generate itself, just going that way. And in the one time that somebody will come in, oh, I do know a guy that can sell your house or that can get new windows in for you or you can get flowers in. And that's that's the place to do it. So I hope that was helpful. So follow up. Get a list of people and follow them up. Okay. All right. Let's go right into our introductions. And those that are watching on Facebook Live or LinkedIn Live or YouTube, we have one of our members, Q, will be talking about some critical illness that you might want to stop and check that out. She'll be in later. So let's start with Eric. Eric, what's
Tony,
shaking,
sorry,
man?
Eric, to interrupt. Hi, Tony. Can you hear?
Yeah, Eric,
Yeah,
can you
Q, go
hear me?
ahead. Q, go ahead.
No.
Yeah, can I actually do my presentation first? Because I have to leave early,
Oh,
around 8:30.
oh, hang on. Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you, Tony. Q, yes, you can do your presentation first because
Oh,
you
it's
have
very
to
low.
exit
Hang
out.
on. Oh, there we go.
You go ahead.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Oh, is Q doing her? Oh, okay.
Yes, so I'll be doing my presentation first, but I have to leave for the airport.
Oh, you have to. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Yep.
All right. Can you let me know when you can see my screen?
I can see your screen. Yep. You're good.
All right, so good morning, everyone. My name is Q. I'm the insurance lady of the group. So today I'm just gonna share with you quickly about critical illness insurance. As a fun fact, critical illness insurance actually originated in South Africa in the 80s. And it was designed by a renowned heart surgeons. Because during his career, Dr. Bernard noticed that patient recovery was primarily affected by financial worries rather than medical complications. So, all right. So the stat actually speaks for themselves because the chances of you getting critical illness during your lifetime is actually higher than the chances of you actually passing away. And the three most common critical illness happen for Canadian is heart disease, cancer, and stroke. When you're diagnosed with critical illness, not only do you have to deal with all that medical complications, but there's also have emotional, physical, and financial stress that you have to go through. And a critical illness often requires you to leave your job to focus on getting well. And even though you may be experiencing a loss of income, bill and loans still have to be paid. not to mention the additional costs that go along with critical illness. So we have a product called Transition Critical Illness Insurance, and it provides flexible, comprehensive coverage to meet your specific needs and provide financial assistance that help you focus on recovery. So there's a couple of ways that you can set up this critical illness insurance. One is as a rider to your life insurance policy, or you can actually set it up as a separate policy on its own. When you get diagnosed, now there's critical illness insurance that cover 4 main critical illness or cover 25 most common critical illness. And when you get diagnosed, you'll get paid a lump sum, and you can use that proceed to do whatever you need with it. If flying to the US or flying somewhere else to get treatment, or you can use it to hire someone to take care of you, by all means. So there's, as I mentioned, there's a transition that cover you for 25 illnesses. That's the comprehensive protection with great flexibility. And you look at the screen, this is the 25 most common critical illness that Canadians actually diagnosed with. So it's very common, from like heart attack, stroke, cancer, to paralyzed or burns, or loss of speech, loss of limb, or loss of independent existence. And there's also the products that cover for 4 main illnesses, and this is more affordable than the 25, but obviously it's covered only the 4 main illnesses, which is cancer, coronary artery bypass surgery, heart attack, and stroke. And these 4 diseases actually represent 85% of all the claims. And for children is the 5 that listed below. Now with this critical illness insurance, you can have coverage for 10, 20, 25 years, up to age 75, or for life. So let's say if you work until age 65 and you're 40 and you only want to cover for the loss of income that you might experience when you're working, you can actually have a term 25 to cover you for that period that you're actually working. And if anything happened, you lost the ability to earn income, you have the benefit, you have the payout. The coverage amount will be ranging from 10,000 to 2.5 million for an individual. And the rule of thumb is you should get at least 1 time or 2 times your annual income as the critical illness coverage amount. There's options that you can have with this insurance. You can actually have the return of premium at surrender or death, giving you liquidity as early as the 5th year. And there's also cover you if you get like early diagnosis for a certain critical illness, you can actually get that prevention plus benefit. And it is actually a financial tool to help you conserve your retirement income, because you never know when, knock on wood, you were diagnosed with a critical illness and you lost the ability to make income. So I would some example to see how this critical illness actually work. So we have Dave, 40 years old engineer, and he planned to make 25,000 annual contribution to his RSP until age 65. However, at age 52, he suffered a stroke, and he had to start making contribution for 2 years and must withdraw about 250,000 from his RSP to fill the income gap and pay for home care. If you have critical illness insurance, you actually will receive a payout when you get diagnosed. So Dave will receive a payout, and that means that he can still contribute that 25,000 for 2 years. That means at 65, the RSP value of his will be around 1 million instead of 689. So that actually covers for the loss of income that they might have experienced had he not had the critical illness insurance. Does that make sense? All right. And there's a couple, scenarios for us to look at without the, coverage, right? With the coverage, but it depends if, he's recovered well or not well. Any questions here?
You?
Yes.
When do you have, if you say you apply for this insurance coverage, how long do you have to be insured before you can make a claim? Not so much that you've been holding back, but let's say I put in a claim and then a week later, something happens. My body says, nope, not working. Or, something fell off. Does coverage start then?
Sorry, I laugh. The coverage actually start when you start the application. Like when you submit the application and you pay the first premium, it starts then.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
That's okay. I phrased it that way. Sorry.
Okay. We have another example here with Sandra, and she's a younger generation. She's about 25 years old. She make about 3,000 contribution per year to her RSP. Unfortunately, she's diagnosed with cancer at age 42, and she had to start making contributions for 5 years and withdraw 50,000 to pay for the cost of drug, make up lost income, and other unexpected expenses. And as we can see the figure on the right here, with the critical illness insurance, she is able to continue making contribution to her RSP because all the expenses that she had to go through will be paid by the critical illness insurance. So that means she still saved 312,000 RSP and in retirement, and she still get that critical illness benefit of 50,000. That is her coverage that she would get. And at the bottom, you would see the difference between having no critical illness insurance and having critical illness insurance. I was mentioning about the prevention plus. That's to cover for the non-life threatening illnesses when they detect at the early age. So with that benefit is provide a compensation for 7 of the illnesses on the right here. And it's actually payable up to 4 times per contract, once per illness. And it's usually around 15% of the face amount to a maximum of 50,000 per claim. So technically, if you diagnose with one of these 7, this is the non-life threatening illness, but you will still get the payout. And that would conclude my presentation today. insurance is something that you wish that you have instead, rather than don't, right? So I'm Q, your go-to insurance girl of the group, and I help provide you with financial peace of mind when you need most. So please let me know how I can help.
Thank you very much, Q. Any other questions? Me? So if you want to have a BAM with Q, that's probably an idea. There's a lot to this. I don't know if you can do it in 10 minutes, but you have a chance to meet with Q if you can, and
I have one quick question for Q. You also cover dental and health, medical?
I can offer dental and health insurance. The dental and health will not cover under the critical illness insurance.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
If you critically lose all your teeth, yeah, that's a different story. No.
Yes.
Thank you.
that's what falls off.
No, that's what falls out.
Falls out, yeah. All
All
right.
right.
Thanks a
So
lot,
if
Q.
you have no other questions, I wish everyone a happy Wednesday. And actually go on vacation for a couple of weeks. So I will be back in September, and I will see you all there.
Okay.
Enjoy your vacation.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Okay, bye, Q. As we're going through our introductions, guys, who has to leave in a few minutes? I know Bernie has an
I
appointment.
do. Actually, I got a call coming in right now. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. There you go. Bernie's a great guy. Just to go through that. Yep. So he'll come back. Penny Lee, I think. Penny Lee, did you want to? I know you have to go. You're pressed for time. So if you want to do your infomercial.
That'd be great. Thank you. Yes, I have to get cracking here. Penny Lee Prevost, the Dancing Motivator. I am the co-founder of the Graduate Thrivers with my business partner, Liz M. Raymond. And through our training, I have applied many of these strategies to myself and my business, which has allowed me to realize that I had some pretty awesome goals and dreams that I wanted to pursue. One of which was improving my health, and I have become a fitness movement practitioner with an organization, the NIA Technique. And through that, we teach people how to connect with their body and their mind, as well as their emotions and spirit. So it is a lifestyle, and what I do is offer opportunities for people to recognize how their body can heal themselves. And it's through communication with all 4 realms. And we have a retreat coming up to improve and accelerate their healing, their own body's way. And it's in Morton Heights. So what I'm looking for are people that would love to learn how to cook healthier. I'm working with a business partner, Elaine, who is a nutritionist and a chef. And we're doing a collaboration in Morton Heights, which is in the Laurentians, on September 19th to the 22nd. And I'm looking for people that would really like to learn more about how they can improve their health using cooking methods and movement as medicine. So that's what I'm looking for today. Keep me in mind. If you can share my event, I would really appreciate it as well. And we have 4 spots left. So excited that it's filling up fast.
Nice, Penny Lee. That's great. You're always on to some new stuff. Excellent. Yeah, I think Bernie's still on the call there. Okay, thanks a lot, Penny Lee. Also, just a quick reminder that we're in a new month. So if you have any sales for July that you've spent some funds on one of our members, just send me or text me those figures so we can add it to the figures that we're measuring. So any sales that you bought from another member. Also wanted to mention that there is one of our previous members used to work for Serendipity is proposing various things to some of our members regarding a real estate deal. The reading is the same, that not to do it because it is high risk. I actually texted this person when I found out the fifth person was being pressured to come up with $55,000 in 4 days, and it was this big. So that doesn't wash well with us. I don't like people messing with our members, so I told them to cease and desist. And but as a general rule, if somebody has a deal for you or something out of the blue, give me a call. I can do a reading in literally seconds, and I won't even charge you for it. If something that's going to be a yes or a no, I could do that in under a couple of minutes, okay? Maybe give it a little explanation about it. But we want to make sure that our members are protected as much as possible. So if you're really in an uncertain place where you're making a decision on a deal that just came out of the blue, give us a call, all right? Let us know. Text me or something. Usually what I'll do is I'll get a text that they've already invested. Do you think I did a good thing? Well, there's not much I could do. If the horse is out of the barn, you could close the door all you want. It's still not there, you know. So we have to do a plan B and try and do some damage control. But try and call ahead of time just to get insight on what you're getting into. There really is a power there. The spirit knows everything, and I'm always willing to help that way. If someone is going to put their life savings on something, please call me. It's just we have to work hard for our money, so we want to make sure that we're putting it in the right place. And those 2 minutes are going to be the best 2 minutes you're going to have because it'll be guided that way. Okay, let's get it right into our infomercials. Okay, and Eric, what are things shaking, guy?
Good morning, everybody. Sir Eric Perron. I'm your advisor in real estate for Engel & Volkers Ottawa. So I was asked recently, where do you service? Where do you specialize in? I specialize in all of Ottawa. So I go all the way west, past Stittsville. I'll go Dunrobin. I'll go Constance Bay. And then all the way east, I'm in Rockland. I'm in Cumberland. I actually have a listing, really nice listing out in Embrun right now as well. Parents of one of my clients. So, and how many times have I gone? I've gone probably 4 times. It takes me an hour each way. So it's a 2-hour trip there or back. So what do I say that for? I say that because when I take on a client, I service them with whatever is needed. If something is needed, we need to be face-to-face. I will take the 2 hours to make sure that I'm there. Face-to-face is a personal touch. It's a personal service, and it's the kind of service that I provide. So if you're looking for an advisor in real estate, and a true advisor, because if you purchase or you don't purchase, that's your decision. My decision and my role as your staff member when you hire me is to provide you with all of the information that you need. I'm currently going through a few different transactions, and I know Jacqueline has probably gone through a few of herself, where we really have to be advisors, and we really have to make sure that our clients have all the information they need before they make a final decision on whatever that decision needs to be. So if you do need a true advisor, feel free to reach out. Feel free to have a conversation. Happy to have a coffee, a lunch, and see where we take things from there. Good morning, everybody, and have a good week.
Thanks a lot, Eric. Over to you, Norm. How are things?
Good. Brought my van in yesterday. It's being lettered and wrapped in blue.
Yeah? Oh, cool.
And so it's going to look like the one that I wrote off. So interesting. I got a lead yesterday. I hope to see them on Saturday from Terry Black.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's in North Augusta. We will travel, but we have to charge for them when we travel. You know, if we go more than half an hour from us, we charge extra. I did lose one to Emma's son, but he was in Carlsbad Spring. So I know I had to be a bit higher, but I'm just hoping that who they bought with didn't convince them to go what the government recommends, because what the government recommends is wrong. So people are saying, oh, yeah, the government said should have high ER ratings. No, you want high R ratings. So I don't chase the window stuff. I get it, other than, we want to replace the high performance glass. But there's so many sharks in the industry, especially with that energy grant, which is such a farce. Anytime the government gets involved in an industry, you can sure there's going to be a mess, because sharks come in from other industries and burn people. So if you know somebody that also needs to do the honeydew list, that's what we're stressing now. The honeydew list, the glass replacement, window replacements. We will take one more order. I think that'll be on Saturday. And that's it until the spring. We don't do window replacements in the wintertime. Right? We go to inside. So it's been a interesting week. Really enjoyed the golf thing. I had a sub to tee off for me. Eric would tee off for me because I couldn't swing the clubs. I could do the irons and the thing, right? But I always noticed most of his shots were kind of a little bit better than mine. But we played best ball anyways. So it was totally a whole lot of fun. Right? GPS on the golf carts, which we needed because a couple of times we got lost.
Any BAMs there, Norm? Any referrals that you've had over the last week?
No, haven't had any BAM. I'm open to do some BAMs next week.
Okay.
This week pretty busy.
Okay. How is Louise doing? Just a quick thing. She was in hospital there from
She's
that
got COVID.
that accident. She's got COVID. Really? Oh, wow. Okay.
So somebody said, "How did she get COVID?" Well, you're in a hospital. 6 people are
In the hospital. Yeah.
So
Gotta get her.
they moved a new roommate in with her. She's in a double room. That person had COVID. So they moved that person out. They tested Louise. She tested negative the first test, positive the second test. Her lungs are clear, right? And so they caught it early. So, but she's in isolation for 10 days. So fortunately, she can use her iPad and communicate with the iPad.
That's it. Okay. All right. Yeah. Keep us abreast of how she's doing. So I want to be able to monitor that. Thank you, sir. And Cremina.
Good morning.
How's it going with the flowers around you?
It's good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Good.
Well, I'm here to represent Langdon's Flowers, one of the oldest flower shops in Ottawa from 1975. It's located at 1400 Bank Street, just south of Billings Bridge. It's very convenient and it's worth the walk. We have a store full of plants, gifts, and fresh cut flowers. I also like to remind you that we have the website, langdonsflowers.com, where you can take advantage, sending flowers to relatives, friends, neighbors, to congratulate them, to express your sympathy or convey your feelings. You will always get the PBEX 2024 discount, which is 15% for everyday flowers for events, weddings, funerals, special occasions. And speaking of follow-up, once you enter your email there, you can check mark and choose whether to receive promotions from us that are coming, or you can decide not to. So that's one way that we do follow up with customers. Once we have your email address and you create your profile, you can get all the specials first, you can get all the promotions first as well, and take advantage of our website that you can shop 24/7.
Thank you very much.
Presentation.
And any BAMs? Did you meet with anybody?
I haven't had a chance to do that. Sorry.
Okay. Jacqueline, you're
Good
up.
morning, everyone. I decided that it's a really good time. It's beautiful out, and I did take a big, beautiful breath. I lifted my shoulders. I took them back and I released them down and I said, I've got 5 ways to turn my home into staycation paradise. And so do you. While I am a mortgage agent and I talk about the 30-year amortization that the government thought was a really good idea for first-time home buyers, I get to say that's in a new home that's never been lived in. And we get to talk about the scenario that there are lenders who have and offer 30-year amortization, even if you've been in your home for a number of years. If we're going to do a refinance, we can do a 30-year amortization as well. It's about what's going into your pocket. If you've decided a staycation in your home paradise is the way to go, I have to say, of the 5, Karimina, we need you for the outdoor activities. Outdoor activities need to be surrounded by what looks like your paradise. I absolutely appreciate that while people are recreating a mini golf course or playing outdoor games, they may want your services to make sure it looks like that island paradise they're looking for. It could also be they took out
Sorry.
and we're going to use that code too. And while you're looking for that outdoor paradise, maybe you have a 30-year amortization because you want to do renovations in your backyard. You want to put that deck in because Eric said it would be a really good idea in your circumstance to take care of that. Maybe an outdoor deck for your new home that you just purchased might be in your best interest. It's not always easy to get out on an airplane to take the family of 8 to another paradise. Make your space your paradise. Let me help you when you're looking for strategies for your mortgage money. You always want to contact your mortgage honey.
Thank you very much, Jacqueline. That was good. That was a good presentation you had yesterday. We're very, very visual. And hi, everybody. Tony Jennis from Higher Self. I'm the spirit guy of the group. I will look at those things from an energetic perspective. Everything has a deeper meaning. I'm going to be doing a feng shui class this weekend. This is our second in an advanced class. And I'm so happy because I've been redesigning this thing. Whenever I redesign, and in the beginning, I say I'm going to make a few changes. Well, because of my quality control, I bring in a lot more. So this is a bigger thing than when it started, but it's going to be great. It talks about the various things, what plants does to a room, and how that actually brings in the energy. Because the leaves, whether you know this or not, the leaves can see you. In their own way, they have optical cells, and they know when someone that they know is nearby, and they have measured this in various places that that when you're close by, it changes. It's almost like their emotions go up. So plants are living. They can respond to various things. If you, this is why when you talk to your plants, they respond so well because they like the respect that you're talking to them, and they like it. They really do like it. Flowers that are blooming all the time, you know that someone is talking to them. You can take 2 rooms of flowers, one you talk to and one you don't, and you will see a difference. You really will. That's all about energy, and that's one of the things in feng shui we're going to be talking about. And there's several other things that we're bringing in. Like I'm not sure if you know about Lucky Cat. This is a feng shui adjustment, and the arms over here it moves. If this one is solar, and when you put it on the sun, it moves back and forth like that, and it throws money to you. And there's a certain place to put that in your home. Usually we can put it on plants, like at the base of a plant or something, and then it's constantly throwing that energetic prosperity to you. And so, yeah, we do all kinds of things that way. It's all about practical ways to use energy. We're not being really fluff here. There's some real science behind this, and we're just bringing the understanding that if we can bring our homes to a better place, it's amazing how that will translate to more sales, more love, more better health, everything. Everything stems from that. Your home is the same energy as you. Most times when a person can walk you through your home, they can pretty well know what's going on with your body. Every part of the home has a different body part, is connected to the various kids that you have in your home, is connected to so many things. It's just the ability to read what this all means. It's like a map. If you could read a map, you had to be taught how to use it, because this piece of paper is a representation of many, many miles, square miles of land. So once you realize that, you can get yourself anywhere. So feng shui is the same thing. It's just learning to read things in a different way, looking through it with a different set of eyes. All right. So if you want some more information about that, let me know. If there's any questions you have about a certain home, if it doesn't sell, if it's having a hard time selling, usually the home is resisting. Homes have intelligence. They want to make sure you're okay. In the end, if there's any doubt, the home won't sell. The first thing you'll get is people not being able to find you. This happens a lot when you have a huge address. They can't miss it, but they do. They drive right by it and they can't find your home. That's the first sign that the home doesn't want to be let go or doesn't want to sell. So there are many ways to be able to manipulate that. So Tony Jennings from Higher Self, we are here to raise your spirits always. All right. When we're just about at the top of the hour, we'll go through that. And just to give you a final quote here for the week, it's always the start that requires the greatest effort, from James Cash Penney. When you're working out, whenever you need, it's just getting out that door. And I know Eric says this a few times, where that biggest energy is just getting out the door. Once you're out in your car, it's not bad. But the biggest energy is just to make that start, to do something and start it. So hope this was a good one for you guys. And for those that are on Facebook Live, LinkedIn, and YouTube, we'll see you next week. Thanks for joining in to our meeting today.